Come with me to go snowshoeing on Mackinac Island. Did you know that 80% of Mackinac Island is a state park? And when there's snow in the wintertime, we can cross-country ski and snowshoe and obviously hike too if you just want to go for a hike. So here we are gearing up and then we're going to hike into the trail. Snowmobiles are not allowed on this part of the island due to probably conservation and safety reasons. So we parked our snowmobile as close as we could get to the trailhead and then we are going to hike in. We are going to hike alongside the staircase going up to the tallest point of the island, which is Fort Holmes. We're not taking the staircase for multiple reasons. One, it is covered in really deep snow, so it wouldn't make that much sense anyway, but mostly because that staircase has been closed all last season as well, including the warmer months. I think it needs repairs, so we're just going to stay off of it and not risk damaging it or injuring ourselves. Instead, we are going to take a deer trail, you heard that right, a deer path up the long side of it to Fort Holmes. Now, there were some really steep parts, and the way the snow is, there's a deep layer of snow and then a thick ice layer because we had a few days last month where it got above freezing, things melted, and then it froze because it sunk down to really cold temperatures again, and that has created an ice layer, and since then snow has fallen on top of it. So hiking up was actually not that difficult, except for when we got to really steep parts and the ice was causing me to slip. Even though I do have spikes on the bottom of my snowshoes, those parts were just a little too steep, so I ended up crawling up the hill using fallen branches and tree trunks to get me up there. But you won't see that because you're just going to see oh, look, she's snowshoeing. Also, if you guys have followed me for any period of time, you know that I have some chronic illnesses, and one of them is a dysautonomia chronic illness that impacts my heart. So if you adventure with me ever, we go a little slower because I need to not pass out, but it's fine. It doesn't mean I can't adventure. It just means I need special accommodations. So I stop and smell the roses, as they say, a little more than other people. Here we are at the top of Mackinac Island. This is Fort Holmes. If you've ever been here in the summer, then you probably think oh, wow, it does look different. There's Fort Holmes behind me, overlooking the bridge and the Straits of Mackinac, which is currently icy, very icy. And you might see in the distance, you'll see it later, a boat that I believe is stuck in the ice. But right on the other side, there is open water. So as always, don't trust the ice. Look at that view. How gorgeous the bridge, the clouds, the sun setting, the ice, the views. This is what Mackinac Island gives me every single day, every time of the year. Lots of different beautiful things to see and do, and is one of the many reasons why I'm glad just a few years ago we changed our life path and moved to Mackinac Island.